Greetings and salutations, Redeemers, and welcome to today's episode of Recipe Redemption. I'm your host, Mike Uyak. Today, we're exploring the recipe for Provencale Caviar, found on the 2-in-1 International Recipe Card Collection, published by Random House in 1977. Now, from what I can figure, the idea of the 2-in-1 International Recipe Card Collection was to pair dishes that would go well together on each card. So this card features a recipe for a vermouth and cassis cocktail slash spritzer thing with the aforementioned Provençal caviar. It's just a little weird because it pairs the picture of the Provençal caviar with the recipe for the cocktail. So in my brain, it sort of makes me think that the cocktail is supposed to be gray and flowing out of a cornucopia. So let's settle one thing right now. This is not caviar in any sense of the word. It claims to resemble caviar because of the black olives, I guess. But considering those olives are blended with the tuna fish, anchovies, lemon juice, garlic, and olive oil, it's all blended together into a more or less smooth paste. So it comes out rather gloppier than what I imagine caviar to look like, and not the color I would associate with caviar either. This is not so close to being caviar and a lot closer to looking like cat food. Nevertheless, it's meant as a dip to be served with crackers. And of the many heraldic epithets I might tack onto my name, fan of dips served with crackers might very well be near the top. So let's get blending. Making a quarter recipe of this, just have half a can of tuna, about a half a can of sliced olives, about 2 anchovy fillets, a squirt of lemon juice, and a clove of garlic. Whirred that up, and I realized I need just a wee bit more liquid in this, so some of the olive oil that I was going to drizzle in just to get started. And it's still not coming off the sides. So knock that off the sides, and let's see if we can get this to blend. And it will really start to come together once I add more olive oil to this to make kind of more of an emulsion. So luckily, my food processor actually has an oil addition port on the lid, so I just have to fill up this little cup on the top, and it will slowly dribble in while I blend. And look at that, starting to smooth out, and it's ready to eat. Yum yum. One slight change to the format today. Meow. Hi, it's Pie. She's begging again. It's getting a little wasteful to buy a whole box of crackers because I need 2 for a video. So instead of crackers, I'm serving this on toast. It's fine. It's not about the crackers. It's about the Provençal caviar. So it's fine. Now, as I mentioned, this has some strong, strong Fancy Feast vibes. And a little bit of the aroma. I mean, anchovies and tuna blended together. Oh, purr. Yeah, she probably smells this from halfway across the house. So, the one thing this shares in common with caviar is the salt. The anchovies definitely amp up the saltiness of this quite a bit. And that is the first thing that sort of hits you. It's actually surprisingly not that strong in the fishy factor. I mean, it's there. But I think the salt really takes it away. It's predominantly salt, and that sort of finishes with a little bit of citrus and a little bit of fish. It's it's edible. It's not particularly appetizing. It doesn't look great. Um, the taste is, nah. It's okay if you like it. I don't think I really want to finish this, and that is actually saying something. Um, Now, when I hear the words tuna, olives, and anchovies mentioned next to one another, especially in reference to something French, I tend to think about that classic dish, salade niçoise. So I think to redeem this vintage recipe, I only need to make a salade niçoise. But I run into a little bit of an issue. Can I make an authentic niçoise salad that still pays homage to Provençal caviar? What is the authentic recipe for salad niçoise anyway? Trying to answer that question is where I run into a little trouble. You see, there's a bit of debate as to what a niçoise salad is. There are purists who say that it's tomato, anchovy, and olive oil, and that's it. I mean, like no greens, nothing. That's it. So it's a little reductive in my mind, and it's difficult for at least me as an American to call it a salad. And that's pretty rich considering Americans call a lot of things salads that the rest of the world would call dessert or just plain no. Uh, Others say that sliced olives, tuna fish, hard boiled eggs, green beans, radishes, cucumbers, sliced cooked potato are all classic ingredients on a niçoise salad, um, along with salad greens and a light vinaigrette dressing. While pretty much everything else under the sun has been tossed in and proclaimed a salade niçoise by someone. At its heart, a niçoise salad is a peasant dish. It's meant to use up the ingredients, particularly the garden produce, that you have on hand. It appeared in actual cookbooks at the turn of the 1800s, featuring canned anchovies because they were cheaper than canned tuna at the time. Tuna was reserved for special occasions. No, seriously. So, the way I look at it, the spirit of salade niçoise is that it's whatever you want it to be. It's the whole point of it. You're using up what you've got. And so it can be anything that you have in the fridge. I think I'm going to blend the classics, the sort of stereotypical salade niçoise recipe with the idea of the Provençal caviar. Instead of a dip that you serve with crackers, it will be a smooth-ish tuna salad with additional toppings, eaten atop a lettuce boat, just so we Americans feel comfortable actually calling it a salad. Let's give it a try. My non-traditional niçoise salad starts with the tuna fish. I've got another can of tuna, to which I am adding some nonpareil capers. And yes, I'm adding mayonnaise. I wasn't going for just the vinaigrette that usually goes with niçoise. I actually have mayonnaise. I'm turning this into more of a tuna salad with a squirt of lemon juice, some garlic powder and onion powder, and some freshly cracked black pepper. Just stir that to combine and set aside. Meanwhile, I have some romaine lettuce leaves that I'm spreading my tuna mixture onto, along with some sliced boiled fingerling potatoes, some sliced hard-boiled egg, and yeah, I kind of mangled those, but it's a salad. Sorry for getting my head in the shot. Here's some sliced red radishes,
Going to add a nice sort of crispness, and some cooked green beans go on each of these. That is also sort of become a customary ingredient in a niçoise salad, as are the sliced black olives. And I'm trying to be careful not to overload these. They are already getting pretty full. But lest we forget, there are the leftover anchovy fillets and a little bit of finishing olive oil.
And here we have our romaine lettuce boats with salade niçoise. I'm going to take this big one here and just go for it. In retrospect, probably should have chopped up the anchovy. Getting a whole one in that bite was a bit much. But there's a lot more going on with the radish and the green beans and the sliced egg and the olives and the anchovies. Yes, the anchovies. And the tuna. They're all working together. It's pretty rich. Still got that hit of salt from the anchovy, particularly if you get a whole one. But the radishes and the green beans, and I guess the lettuce too, give it a nice freshness that the Provencale caviar was definitely missing. It rounds it out. Let's try another bite. No. Because it's a salad and not a blended homogeneous mixture, you get a lot more variety in flavor and texture from bite to bite. So it definitely keeps it more interesting. Is it a little messier to eat? A little bit. It's a little more difficult. Is it better? I think so, yes. And this coming from an avowed carnivore. Salads don't excite me. But when given the choice between the Provençal caviar on, crackers or toast in this case, and a niçoise salad, I'm going to have to give it to the salad. There's just a lot more going on. And it's more interesting, and I want to continue actually taking more bites of it. After 2 or 3 bites of the caviar, the Provençal caviar on toast, I'm done with it. I'm tired of that flavor and I don't want any more. The salad, I keep going back for a little bit more. So, what do you think? Honestly, I don't know where else I could take this. The original Provençal caviar, it's not bad. If you like that sort of thing, it's okay. But I'm not turning cartwheels over it, and I much prefer the salad. How about you? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, I encourage you to like, subscribe, comment, and share this video with all your friends. And I'll see you next time here on Recipe Redemption. Thanks for watching.